Hey guys, it's Steven from KR Motorsports. So today we're going to start tackling the Z31 project. So what we've got here is actually a new universal harness. This customer's going with a Fueltech 450. So his harness is literally crumbling apart. So we decided that it's probably better just to go ahead and get just a universal harness. So this is what they call the 450/550A harness. Keep in mind that this car is running a 450. So if you look at this harness, it's got a lot of things integrated. It's already got like fuel pump, fuse, coil relays. It's got an extra pigtail for all these other things, and everything is labeled. So for instance, here's a switch input. And then we've got like the battery negative, battery positive, and things like that. And then if you come down here, you'll see that all this stuff is pre-wired for coils and injectors. Now, keep in mind that this is a universal harness. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to tailor fit connectors to his ECU, or to his hardware. So for instance, I'm not super familiar with Z31s. I know that they do come in a couple different flavors of injectors. So if these injectors clips don't work, we'll have to depin them. We'll depin them, cut them, whatever, and then replace them. And so these are actually pre-wired for their smart coils. This car has it's got a distributor with a single coil. And so we will try to reuse his coil. If not, we can purchase one single one and then run a spark plug wire off of it. And then obviously we have the cam and crank wires that will be coming off the distributor. So today, what we're doing today is basically just going to be pulling the stock harness out of the car and then going from there. Whew, what a struggle. Finally got the intake manifold off. EGR broke right off, look at that. So many hoses were so brittle and just falling apart, so we just had to cut them out. But we got this out. We're gonna start removing the harness now. We're gonna start removing the harness, and then while that's happening, we're gonna have Jeremiah start blocking some of these things off here, off the intake manifold. So basically, we may even replace the injectors themselves. It's a really old school style injector. I mean, like the fuel rail, you see how it's set up here. So there's a rubber hose that goes here, that goes down here, and these injectors are barbed. We could retain them, but these are definitely not gonna be ethanol compatible, and they're eventually going to fail. So I'm gonna talk to the owner. First things first though, is we're gonna tape this off real quick, just to make sure that we don't get anything in the plenum. But that's the next step, and we will move forward from there. All right, guys. It's been a few hours, but we finally got the harness out of the Z31. There's a couple things that kind of got us. One, there's a harness that goes into the fusible link box. It's actually connected on the bottom side here, and it attaches to this. And then there's one other plug down here that's extremely difficult to get to. It's underneath the battery tray. So I'm gonna that connector right there. So it's under the battery tray. So it's like literally straight down here, and it was a pain to get to. The harness from there snakes over to the other side, and it runs over here, and then it like snakes partially down below here and right here. So we had to remove the intake pipe and the MAF pipe down here, and we were able to get it up, and it connects to this emission stuff plus the coil and the MAF itself. And you'll have to jack up the car to get the there's like a bunch of like zip tie retainer type deals, and then once you get it, you can pull it all up. So the biggest concern that I have with this is this guy right here. He's got the auto climate control. This is actually part of the harness, the engine harness, that is. The connector is, I believe it's this one. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely on the engine harness. I know for a fact because I had to unplug it to remove the harness out. But it's either this connector or maybe this one. Anyways, but yeah, so the harness is out. As you can see, this harness, it's actually really brittle. Almost all these connectors broke on the way out. And then the injector harness actually was in decent shape, but listen to this. You can kind of hear it cracking and stuff. So, but yeah, that's basically about it. So it's definitely out. We're going to delete a lot of this emission stuff that's not going to be reused with the Fueltech, and then that should hopefully clean it up, and then we'll have to go back and figure out what to do about the heater control valve and how it works. But yep, that's basically it. All right, so we got the harness out, intake manifold off. We're starting to delete some of the emission stuff. This one's the fuel pressure solenoid. So this is going to go, its basic job is just to bring fuel pressure up or down. He's going to a different fuel system with an aftermarket regulator, so this isn't being used anymore. This is the part of the IAV system. It injects air into the exhaust to help it heat up, I believe, or something like that. For emission stuff, this stuff is going. So basically we got this. There's another portion that I haven't removed yet, which is this hard pipe down here. You can see it wiggling. All that's got to go too, but that's it right there. So the next step is all the EGR components here. The cold start injector is going to get blocked off. This is the idle control valve. We're going to keep this. I prefer to have an idle control valve, so that's going to be staying. Then we got some coolant lines underneath here that's going to go. So the coolant line's pretty simple, straightforward, since this is an NA car for now. Basically, this hose right here is a coolant line. We're going to run it up against this hard line down here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that's a spark plug wire. Basically, this hose right here that's cut is going to go to this hose right here, obviously with some different hoses, and then that should be that.